Good afternoon Twitch and hello YouTube. Welcome to the first stream in quite a long time. Today we're doing something a little bit different though. We are doing something called a tag team stream. Essentially, today I'm going to be playing quite a lot. I'm going to be streaming Planet Coaster. But there's some things in Satisfactory I want to try and get done today. And that's to do with steel production. And actually calculating some steel stuff, which should be rather interesting for an upcoming video. So essentially, that's what it is. I'm looking forward to it, though. It should be a good laugh. The reason why I haven't streamed for the last few days now is because my microphone stopped working and my mouse stopped working. Luckily, I've got a replacement mouse, so that's completely fine. But my other mouse, this one, which cost about £5, maybe like $6 US, has lasted me for about 6 years. Don't ask how, because I generally do not know. And then, you know, people have like these fancy Razer mouse that break after like 6 months. But I mean, to be fair, I think I just got lucky with that mouse. It was good in the end. But yeah, I've got a replacement one. The issue with my mic, though, is I've had this mic for about 7 years. Actually, have I? Yeah. I'll say maybe about around 6-7 years, I'd say. And it's okay. Unfortunately, like 4 years ago, my dog knocked over my mic and it kind of broke, and it's a bit of a shame, but it's my dog though, so I let him off, luckily. Ever since then, it's had problems, and unfortunately, the last couple of days, it just hasn't been like registering my voice, which is really annoying for when I'm trying to record videos. Like the video that I made about the Fixmas, that video took 3 days to record. 3 days to record. Because every time I spoke into my mic, it would just cut out. And even though it looks like everything's fine, it just wouldn't work, which is really frustrating. So that's, yeah, we've had a few issues behind the scenes, but hopefully now everything should be okay. Welcome Cody, first one in today. Growing a moustache. Well, I'm not trying to, it's Movember. So I'm not shaving it until the end of the month. Unfortunately, I can't really grow moustaches. Like, this is about 6 weeks worth of moustache. 6 weeks. If I was to get like a full-on beard, it would take me like 25 years. So I'm not going for that, unfortunately. Regardless, let's just get straight into it. I hope everyone's doing good today. I am excited to be back. The Satisfactory segment of today's stream is going to take about 40 minutes, maybe. I don't know how long I'll be live for today, because unfortunately we are limited with time. On Mondays, I don't have a lot of time to stream on Mondays. So we'll see how things are going to go. Regarding the video, you might already be aware of this, but I'm making a video about steel, like the 3 main steel items, so steel ingots, steel beams, and steel pipes. I've already done all the steel ingots calculations, and now I'm onto the steel beam recipes, and the only one I've got to do left now is the molded beam, because I believe there's only 3 of them, isn't there? Why's my chair acting up today? Everything is just going wrong. What you built last week that you think you should build, don't say a weapons factory. Because if it is, I am going to be ignoring the message and I'll be very disappointed. Okay, 20 steel beams, which I think we have to make in here, don't we? Oh no, it's the foundry, isn't it? Oh, I've got a bin box, okay. So we're making 20 per minute, which requires 1 foundry. Okay. Foundry. 1. I think it's 1, isn't it? Yeah, we're only using like 22% of that, so that's pretty good. No, that's 10. Why is my headset acting weird now? Oh, don't tell me my headset's having a break. It better not do. So we're going to need 53.4 steel ingots, okay. And then 35.6 concrete, that's fine. So how much is that in regards of limestone? If I was to make it in the constructor, not using the refinery, how much is that gonna... Did I just pick up the leaves from down there? That's... Wow, okay, fair enough. We're trying to make 35.6. Damn, so we're going to need 3 constructors for this. And we are going to need 106.8 limestone. Damn. Of course, if you were to use the refinery and to combine your limestone with water, you then use less limestone for this project. The only problem is that this thing costs more power, and of course it involves water. I'll mention that in the video, don't worry. As I'm sure a lot of you know by now, refineries are fantastic for making pure ingots, but they can be a bit of a pain to make sometimes. The rounded valley and the grassy fields with the limestone. Here? I know that there's 2 limestone nodes down there. I'm not sure of any other ones. The rounded valley, like down there? What else would have it? Okay, so for our steel ingots, we need 53.4. And I'll be making that in here. Using this recipe. Which I've now decided is the best recipe for steel ingots. As again, I will mention in the video. 35.6. Okay, that's not too bad. So in total, let's assess the damage. So water, we don't need water. We need limestone. For which we then have to consume 106.8. Which is essentially not really that much. That's not too bad at all. Oh, behind the arch. Oh, I know. I think I know where that is. Yeah, that's where I make my steel beams, I think. Well, I temporarily made my steel beams there, I think. Like the small crater area. Change that to... No. Iron ore. Then change that to coal. Okay, fantastic. That's it. So, that's actually rather interesting. $54.54. $35.35. So you are saving iron and coal, but you're using a lot of limestone. That is interesting. Whereas this one, you actually save the most amount of coal, but you're also using bauxite. Like, do you really want to be using bauxite for something that really doesn't need it? I don't know. Regardless, let's get these 3 now. And what did I do down here? I want to try and make it the exact same. Oh, okay. We have to try and calculate the power and all this sort of stuff as well. So we're using 1 foundry there for the steel beams. 53.4 steel ingots. That requires 1 more. Okay. That's 2 foundries. And 1 constructor. Is that it? Really? 2 foundries and 1 constructor. That seems like really good. Oh no, and a smelter. So 1 smelter there. 1 foundry there. 2 foundries. Okay, yeah, we just have to add the 1 additional smelter. Actually, I might as well keep this here. That's not too bad at all. A foundry, I believe, is 16 megawatts. I will double check that, though. I believe it is 16. It is. So, 16, 32, because there's 2 of them. Plus 8, there's only 40 megawatts. Maximum. Gee, I'll just say that in the video. That is not too bad. How much is this one consuming? Double. What? Really? 2 foundry. Yeah. Something feels wrong about that. So that is 2 smelters into there. And to create your 2 steel ingots, it's 80. But surely for the steel beams, that is not 2 constructors, right? It actually is. Wow, okay. That's way more useless than I thought. Importing bauxite, crude oil, and water. It's a good idea, yeah. It's not a bad place to do it. Now we've got to copy and paste you guys, except you didn't copy and paste correctly. Why? a bit weird. There we go. Steel... No, steel beam. That was wrong anyway. Color-wise, I probably should try and change the color of a few of these. You should most likely be red. Same with that. You're gonna be blue. Other layer, thank you. Same with this. And then you're gonna be green. Okay. Just so everything's matching down there. Great. Export all the turbo and normal ammo. Yeah, you can export all that stuff, but the thing is, you're not going to use half of it though. That's the reason why I'm not very interested in making a weapons factory, except for the explosive rebar ammo, which still I don't really use much of, because like, in the last month, I've probably gone out exploring twice, maybe 3 times. But if I was consistently and continuously making explosive rebar ammo in the background, I'm just wasting a bunch of power, resources, and other stuff that I don't really need to be. I know I can probably sink the explosive rebar for some tickets, but I don't know if all that effort to make a weapons factory to not use anything except for one ammo type is really worth it. That's the reason why I've kind of been avoiding it. There are some, like, uses for it, just none that I need right now. We're doing completely fine with explosive rebar ammo. I've got tons. For what I need, at least. If I need more, I can very easily just craft more. Okay, now it's worked properly. Nice. We'll then move you in like that. Then move you in like this. Okay. Rid of that. No. Okay. So. What's got the best power consumption? It's probably you, isn't it? Yeah. Because that involves all of that stuff. And 2 refineries as well. The thing is though, right, with these 2 refineries, they're barely even working at like 30% efficiency each. Hence why I put that next to it. I'd probably say that the molded beam has the best power saving, right? Let's just double check those foundries, because that will make the biggest difference, I think. Where is it here? So you're making the steel ingots. So you're pretty much at almost 100% clock speed. Okay. If we go to the beams here for a quick sec. Yeah, you're barely at halfway. So I'll say the molded beam probably ends up saving you the most power as well. I think weapons, it's fun. Turbo rifle is like a minigun. I've actually never used the rifle in this game. Never. Again, never really had a reason to. I'm sure it's good, but I really like the rebar gun. And change the color of that to that. Okay. Then I'll probably end up moving this. So that's lined up with that. And select this thing. Change the color of you to blue. Make this a little bit smaller if we can. Lovely. I think the very final thing that we then have to try and add into here is... Where is it? Frames. There we go. We'll change this to steel beam. Nice. This app is so easy to use. I'm not sponsored by it, I just like the way it works. Why has it done that, though? Oh, it's just complimenting it there. Send to the back, I think. There we go. This design is very human. You don't need steel. Yeah, because steel isn't important in Satisfactory, is it? No, it's just useless. Who needs steel in a factory building game? Okay, so that's our steel ingots and steel beams done. The final thing that we're now going to try and do is steel pipe. which luckily could be relatively simple. I think there's only 3 recipes for it, isn't it? Let's try and figure those out. Hopefully try and select that, thank you. That seems like a very bright yellow. Oh, because we're on orange. Okay, that's the reason why. Yeah, that felt wrong there. Luckily we checked it because it is indeed wrong. Okay, fantastic. Let's do this then. So, steel pipe. And we're gonna try and make 20 per minute again, because it's just nice and simple that way. Keep it all the same. And you require 40 steel ingots. Okay, that's very simple. Fantastic. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Change this to 40 per minute. And you're going to be a bit less, aren't you? And you as well to steel pipe. Okay. Also, the last few days I've been very much enjoying Warzone. I never normally used to play Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone, that is. But the last couple of days, it's been surprisingly fun. You know what it is? I think I'm in that bracket of being so bad at the game that everyone else in my servers is also equally as bad. So that's why I've been really enjoying it. I'm not going up against that many sweats. But of course, you do occasionally get the people that do use VPNs that have like hundreds of wins that try and get into worse lobbies, things like that, which kind of sucks because that kind of kills the entire server. But it is what it is. I've been really enjoying it though. It's one of those games I'd probably end up streaming on Twitch one day when I have the motivation, because if I'm honest, I do like just gaming off camera. I find it kind of fun. Okay, so we need 1 foundry and was that 2 constructors? Which is essentially like nothing, right? And then probably, oh, is that 1 smelter or is it 2? It's less than 30, so that should only be 1 smelter. That's amazing. Does explosive ammo need smokeless powder? I believe so, yes. Yep. I've actually forgotten the exact recipes I've been using for it. Double check here. This is definitely, yeah. It's been a while since I've last made explosive rebar ammo, so I've kind of forgotten the exact resources needed to make it. All that I know is that I am making it. Which isn't very helpful, but there you go. So, constructors. Nothing. Foundries 2. We don't need no, we do. We need 1. Wait. 2 constructors. 1 foundry. Oh, okay. So in total, megawatts wise, that's 16 plus 4, that's 20. 28? Wow, that is good. That is not too bad. 28 megawatts to make 20 steel pipe. That's like almost a 1 to 1.5 ratio. So for every 1 steel pipe you make, it consumes 1.5, roughly, megawatts per minute. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. And in total, we're only consuming 27 coal and 27 iron. Okay. And limestone, of course, no limestone. Great. The other comments, and if you're making it, should I export Illumina solution? The first person ticks. It's up to you. I don't think I've ever actually exported that before. What's used to make it again? Yeah, it's just bauxite and water, isn't it? I mean, Preferably, if you are doing an aluminium facility, you already have all the resources there. So, it's probably easier, if I was you, if you do want to transport something, to transport your bauxite using a vehicle or a conveyor belt or whatever near your water source. Then, because it will then be next to your water source, you could then very easily combine it with this to form your alumina solution and silica if you're doing this recipe, or just regular alumina solution. And then it'll be a lot easier to then combine with your coal to make your scrap, or I think, yeah, coke to make your scrap as well. You could also make batteries, but I'm not using batteries in this save. So far. I will be, just not as of right now. Okay, so that's our very first recipe done now. Told you that was going to be simple. And the next one's actually going to be even simpler, because it's our favorite recipe on the channel. I've recently discovered, actually. It's our iron pipe. If you've never seen iron pipe before, and if you're trying to make steel pipes easier, then you will love this recipe. It's fantastic. You are going to have to consume quite a lot of iron, but the good news is the only thing you are consuming is iron. So that's pretty good, I suppose, in that regard. If you've seen my recent couple of videos where I do talk about rotors, I think motors as well, I do mention this recipe. Yeah, it's really good. Again, the only downside is that you are consuming quite a bit of iron ore, but again, it's the only thing you are consuming in this recipe, other than power, obviously. So we're making 20 pipes, which is going to consume 80. Yeah, this is the thing, right? 80 iron ingots. It's quite a bit, if I'm honest. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that, bring you up to there. Also, apparently the new Gladiator movie came out. I was aware that they were making a new one. I'm not really that interested in it. The first Gladiator movie I thoroughly enjoyed. I was a very big fan of the first one. But this second one, I've got no interest for it, if I'm completely honest. And judging from the reviews that I've seen, I'm not the only one. So, we are going to have to consume, or have 3 smelters there. And how many foundries? Only 1. I feel like this could be a very good recipe here. In regards to power, at least. So for foundries, that's 16 megawatts. Then for our smelters, that's 3 of them. That's 12 in total. So what? 28? Yeah. What's the first one? Oh, there's also 28. Wow. So it's the exact same. Still rotors, alts, makes a really good state of build. It does, yeah. Yeah. There's a couple, like, fantastic alt recipes that completely changed the game. Like, the thing is in this game, right, the majority of alternate recipes, alternate, whatever word, is that they often appeal to certain playstyles and certain players in certain situations. But there's a couple recipes, like the cast screws, that are just good for anyone, right? Like, no matter what playstyle you've got, cast screws is way better than the basic recipe. Like, it just is. It saves you on space, resources, power from the extra constructor. It just is better. Okay, that's all good. The next recipe, and the final one, I believe, involves aluminium. Oh no, it's molded, isn't it? No, it's the molded one. What are you saying? 20 steel ingots. Okay. And 12 concrete. That's... wow. Because, yeah, the molded steel pipe is the recipe that I normally use. Well, I say normally, like, the one that I'm planning to use. That's good to know. Also, very quickly, I've got to try and change, this. Actually, you can probably stay there. There we go. Just to make life a bit simpler, I'm gonna go with this. I'll plop you down right about there. Still gonna change the color of this. I keep forgetting to change the colors. It doesn't really matter, but it's still good to do it anyway. There we go. And let's change this from molded beam to molded pipe. Fantastic. Molded pipe. Get rid of that. We know that this is going to consume coal, iron ore, and limestone. Hence why I've just copied and pasted that one over. Makes things nice and simple. I've got a feeling it's going to consume the most amount of power though. Like, surely, right? It has to. We've got ourselves 20 steel ingots. Is that it? Wow. And then 12 concrete. So let's calculate the concrete first, because I feel like that would be the easiest one just to get out of the way with. And I believe it's going to be 36. I believe it's a 3-to-1 ratio, isn't it? 3 limestone to 1 concrete. Yeah, there you go. Wow. After 2,000 hours, I finally know how you make concrete, everybody. Let's freaking go. Round of applause. Steel ingots, 20 per minute. Is that it? As one may say. In here. Wow. 13.4. I don't know, I feel like this could be the recipe. The only problem with this problem with this recipe that I can see is that it's probably going to end up consuming the most amount of power. Diluted fuel in the early late game. Oh, that's a fantastic recipe as well. Yeah. There's a couple really good ones. So, we need 1 smelter there. Third of that, so let's go with 4 megawatts. We'll go with 5. That's 9 in total. Construct it. Okay. We're up to 13 megawatts. That's the steel beam, steel pipe, actually. And where are we making this thing? Is it in here? No, it's in here, isn't it? Yeah. So again, that's about 28 megawatts. Maybe 27, I would say. That's actually kind of crazy. So for foundries, we need 2. Smelters, we need 1. Constructor, we need 1. So I believe is to make that. Yep. Welcome, Tio. I hope that you're doing good. It's 5:30 AM. Damn. Yeah, I know that I am a bit early today with my stream. Well, I mean, technically not really. It's the time that I usually started my live streams before, then I started them a bit later. But yeah, I do apologize for that. Good morning, though. I hope that you are doing well. Thank you to everyone who's tuning into the stream today. Hope that you're all doing good today. We are also live on Twitch. I completely forget I've got a Twitch account sometimes. I know, fantastic content creator. Forgets he even has a channel. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this. So 36 limestone. That's really good. 13.4 coal. And 13.4 iron. Yeah, that's not too bad. No, bloody hell, man. Screw me. Okay, there we go. Now I think we're done with this. I'll very quickly record the video for it. Then, yeah, that should be it. Very simple video today. Change the color of this to blue. And actually change the color of this to red. There we go. The final thing that I then need is the frame. I'm gonna call this steel pipe. Fantastic. Yeah, I feel like this video might help a few people out, hence the reason as to why I'm making it. Center back. Okay, that is fine. Did I not literally just do that? Oh, whoops. Okay, so yeah, that's our steel pipe, that's our steel beam, and then that's our steel ingot. Fantastic. Convincing him to make the rifle? Yeah, no chance. No chance of me making the rifle. Let's change this as well. And for the first time ever, we are adding 3 signs to the intro. Damn. I have never done this before. You gotta come forward here a little bit. Normally, whenever I do my intros, it's always something like, and in today's video, we are talking about steel beams. But today, it's steel recipes. There's gonna be 3! We haven't done this before. Wow, this is new territory. Oh, I knew it was going to do that. Bloody hell. Okay. Oh, is it not lined up? That's annoying. We can make it work, though. Now, I'm just going to hope that my mic doesn't randomly cut off in the middle of this recording, like it normally does. Let's see, though. Okay, so, goodbye to webcam. It was nice knowing you. Oh, well. I've actually got, like, no idea how I'm even going to, like, do this video, because it is so different to the usual formats. I'm doing 3 rather than 1, but oh well. Here we go. And today's video is all about steel ingots, steel beams, and steel pipes. These are the 3 most basic steel resources in the game, and as you can see, they've all got different alternate recipes. But the question is, which one's best? Zoom in, yay. Well, as usual, no. That's better. Well, as usual, I've split them all into their different categories, and we'll be trying to find the best recipes in regards of power, resources, and time consumption as well. Oh, wow. We'll be starting off with steel ingot, since this is the most important part of steel processing. Firstly, we've got the regular steel ingot recipe, which just uses iron ore coal to make your steel ingots. Then you've got your coke steel ingot recipe, which requires petroleum coke, which comes from reinforced iron plates. What? No, it doesn't. The second recipe is the coke steel ingot, which comes from iron and petroleum coke to make your steel ingots, and petroleum coke then comes from crude oil. Then your third recipe is the solid steel ingots, which is actually iron ingots rather than iron ore, and coal to make your steel ingots. And the final recipe is compact steel ingots, which requires compact coal and iron ore. Hello. I'm gone again. And the reason as to why I say this is the most important recipe to do with steel is because if you get this part wrong, then everything else in the game that requires steel is also just going to cost you more, and it could just be a massive pain in the backside. That's probably quite an important point to mention. So what actually requires... Wait. Yeah, this also requires it. Where is steel ingots? Where is it? I just can't find it now. This is like towards the very bottom, but why would it be towards the very bottom? Am I generally blind? There it is. And there's a lot of items in the game that require steel, such as Versatile Frameworks, which is a space elevator part. Also save. Status, which again is a very important item. And of course the Encased Industrial Beam, which is again a very important item. So let's check out the basic recipe. And to make the 100 steel ingots, which all of these recipes will be making 100 steel ingots per minute, you are going to need, very simply, 100 iron ore and 100 coal per minute. Then to use this, we are using roughly 2.3 foundries, which consumes about 40 megawatts worth of power. This is the most basic recipe in the game, and it's the one that most players use. But is it the best? Well, the answer is actually no, and we'll find out the reason why a little bit later on. And again, in total, we are using 100 iron ore and 100 coal per minute. And the second recipe we are now using is the solid steel ingots, where we are consuming, again, or making 100 steel ingots per minute. And no, I'll redo that, because we're making 100 steel ingots, but we're consuming 67. How is the power less? Fair enough. No, it can't be. 8 plus 32, that's 40. That'll be about 40 megawatts, won't it? 32 plus 8, yeah, that'll be about 40. Whereas this would be also about 40. Hmm. I think it'd be about 38 maybe, I'm not quite sure. Oh well. rid of that thing. The second recipe that we'll be using here is the solid steel... No, I've got to zoom in a bit further. I can't reveal that, even though it's what's already written here. Recipe number 2 is the solid steel ingots. And again, to make our 100 steel ingots, we actually need less resources than before. We are only consuming 67 coal per minute and 67 iron ingots per minute, which of course it's a 1-to-1 ratio with the iron ore, which then means we're only consuming 67 iron ore per minute, which is about a third less of the resources than our first recipe, which is really, really good. And you might be thinking, well, this obviously consumes more power because you now have to add in an additional smelter. Well, that's not entirely accurate, because we are consuming just shy of 40 megawatts worth of power. These first two recipes here are almost identical in regards of power consumption. However, this is slightly less power hungry, and of course you end up saving quite a bit of extra resources here as well. So instantly, this recipe is better than the basic steel ingot recipe in the game, so I do recommend that you use this. But we've still got 2 more recipes left to go. The first shot looks wrong. I think it's fine. Recipe number 3 is the coke steel ingots, and I don't necessarily recommend that you use this recipe, and we'll get into the reason why in just a second. Firstly, to make our 100 steel ingots, we need 75 iron ore. This is more than our previous recipe, but is still less than our first basic recipe. The next part of this recipe, though, is the main problem. We also need 75 petroleum coke. This petroleum coke then requires your 25 heavy oil residue. This then requires 18.75 crude oil. However, there is also another way to make the heavy oil residue if you use a secondary recipe or another alternate recipe. Regardless, though, you are still going to be consuming a fair amount of crude oil. So unless you've got a bunch of heavy oil residue sitting around and you don't know what to do with it, I don't recommend that you use this steel ingot recipe. Unless, again, you just have a bunch of heavy oil residue or you've got a bunch of petroleum coke and you want to try and find a way to just to get rid of this coke, then yeah, you can definitely turn it into the steel ingot recipe. In regards to power, though, unfortunately, because we are using 2 refineries here and a foundry, you are going to be consuming quite a bit of power. And in total, again, these are the 2 resources you are consuming. The best part about this recipe, though, is that you are not consuming any crude oil. I forgot what it was called there for a minute. You know, that thing that I've been dealing with for the last 3 weeks in this game? Like that one black liquid? Yeah, that thing that I now can't remember what it's called. It's literally... Wait, did I say that wrong? Because you're saving on... Oh, I've got to redo that, I think. I completely just fucked that up. Oh, well. No one heard that. The stream lagged. Beep boop. There we go. So in total, we are consuming 75 iron ore, which is okay. But the good part is we are not consuming any coal. So if you're trying to save out on your coal from the last 2 recipes, which both consume coal, this recipe might appeal to you slightly more. But bear in mind, there is like 40,000 coal that you can try and get per minute in your world. And crude oil is far more valuable than coal is in the game currently. I'll do this shot. So those are the first 3 recipes we've talked about. Now let's get on to our final steel ingot recipe, which is the compacted steel ingot. This thing requires iron ore and compact coal. The thing about compact coal is that this is not like regular coal because it involves sulfur. Sulfur is rather valuable later on, especially to do with weapons as well, if you do decide to do anything to do with weapons in this game. Also, compact coal is very important if you go down the route of turbo fuel, since this is used to make your turbo fuel for most of the recipes. The good part is you're only consuming 25 coal per minute, and you're only consuming 50 iron ore per minute, which is the lowest amount of iron ore and the lowest amount of coal consumed if we're not including that third recipe which doesn't deal with coal. The down part is, though, you do have to consume sulfur, which again is rather valuable. I'm going to make a very quick point here. There we go. If you do end up, what was that? Was that my arm? It's like a bird just like went. It doesn't matter. The good news is, though, if you are out of sulfur, don't panic, because this machine right here, which is called the converter, essentially constructs sulfur using a little bit of iron. That is right. When you combine a reanimated SAM, which is just made from SAM, or just SAM, combine that with a bit of iron, you can then make some sulfur. You can also combine it with coal as well, but again, you do also have to use reanimated SAM for this. So if you do run out of sulfur, in fact, if you run out of any of these items that you currently see on screen, then feel free to use the converter. The only problem is that this thing is unlocked at tier 9 or phase 5 of the hub, so it's a very, very late game item. And as you probably won't be able to, oh no, you can just about see, it does consume a lot of power. So do bear that in mind whilst you're making this. I thought like that was quite important to add there just in case. Unfortunately, the power consumption is the highest out of all 4 of the recipes, where you have to, unfortunately, use up 75 megawatts, roughly 75 megawatts worth of power, since you are going to be needing 4 foundries and 1 assembler to actually make your compact core. So let's recap steel ingots with these 4 recipes down here. The basic recipe consumes 100 iron ore per minute and 100 coal per minute. The solid steel ingot alternate recipe consumes 67 iron ore per minute and 67 coal per minute, which also has the best power consumption rates out of all 4 recipes, even though the basic recipe is also rather good as well. The third recipe only requires 75 iron ore, which is still quite a lot, and 18.75 crude oil. The good news is it doesn't involve coal like every other recipe does, but it involves crude oil, which one would argue, this is always up for debate, but I would say crude oil is more valuable than coal, so do bear that in mind if you do choose this recipe. And lastly, for the steel ingots, we've got the compact steel ingot recipe, which requires the least amount of iron ore consumed, the least amount of coal being consumed, but does require sulfur and consumes the most amount of power. But these are your 4 items here to make your steel ingots. I would recommend personally going with a solid steel ingot. And just to remind you, this is how you make it. It's extremely simple. It's rather fantastic because you're saving on iron, you're saving on coal, you're saving on power, and it's rather easy to make as well. Moving on now from our steel ingots to our steel beams, where we've got 3 more recipes here. 1, 2. There we go. Normal packaged fuel. Oh dear. You must be tired. You must be. Where should I get this shot from? Up here, probably. I'm gonna say this, right? The nuclear power plants, this part of it looks beautiful. If you were to make some sort of like aesthetic with it, I think it could look amazing. Like if you were to add like a wall behind it and just make this part pop out, it really does look very good. I've done it before and it looks quite nice. There we go. And again, there's 3 different ways to make the steel beam. You've got the basic recipe, which just requires your steel ingots to steel beam. You then have your aluminium beam recipe, which requires, yes, aluminium ingots, which is a whole thing. We'll get into it in just a minute, don't you worry. And finally, we've got molded beams, which is rather fascinating. And again, we will talk about that in just a moment. But first of all, let's start with the basic steel beam recipe. I'm trying not to make this video too long, by the way. I'm sure it's going to be a fairly long one, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And here we have it. To make our 20 steel beams, and again, all 3 of these recipes will be making 20 steel beams, we have to consume 80 steel ingots, which is a 4:1 ratio. To make these 80 steel ingots, we are going to need 54 coal per minute and 54 iron ingots per minute, which requires 54 iron ore. As you can tell, we are using our steel ingot alternate recipe from earlier. If I didn't use this alternate recipe that I just showed you, we would have to consume 80 iron ore and 80 coal per minute. So that just goes to show you that we are saving resources here just from using our last piece of advice I gave you just a minute ago from our steel ingots. So that's fantastic. In regards to power consumption, we are using 2 foundries, 2 smelters, and 2 constructors. So we are using a maximum of 80 megawatts per minute. Again, this is a maximum power usage if everything here is running at 100% efficiency, which some of the foundries won't be. So again, that's a maximum consumption of 80 megawatts. This recipe is not too bad. Again, you're only really consuming 54 iron ore and 54 coal per minute to make your 20 steel beams. It is okay. It's not bad, but it's also not great. This is going to be quite an interesting one. But the thing is, right, I am never going to make this. Like, I am just never going to make this. But I can see why you might want to, right? Anyway, let's record this segment of the video. Because, I don't know, it's like, how do I approach this? I'm going to try and do it from a non-biased point of view. I do try and keep these videos as non-biased as possible. I do just try and stick to the facts. But when it comes to doing something like this, I feel like this is just massively overcomplicating it. And I probably will mention that in the video in just a moment here. I feel like it is just way too much just to make steel beams. Anyway, here we go. Our next recipe here is the aluminium beam. And to make our 20 steel beams, we need to make 20 aluminium ingots. To make our 20 aluminium ingots, we need 40 aluminium scrap. To make our 40 aluminium scrap, we need 13.4 coal per minute. And we also need alumina solution, where we then make water in the process. And then to make the alumina solution, we then need bauxite and water. This, as you can probably tell, is very overcomplicated. Just compare this for a minute to the basic recipe. Iron and coal, make it into your ingots, and that's it. Compared to this, we have to combine bauxite and water to solution, and solution to coal to make the scrap, where you get excess water, then you have to loop it back around. You then make the ingots, and then you make the beams. It's extremely complicated for something that just simply doesn't have to be that complicated. So, you can use it if you want, and in fact, there's actually a reason why you might want to, and that's because of the resources that we're consuming to make it. It does say that we are consuming 22.5 water per minute, but obviously, if you so wish, you can just loop your water that you're making from here back around into this part, where you're only having to consume about, 9 water per minute there? Which is not too bad at all. 13.4 coal per minute, which is fantastic. The downside, though, for me, is the bauxite. I feel like bauxite is very, very important, and I'm trying to save it for recipes that have to use bauxite, whereas steel beams just don't necessarily require bauxite. You don't have to do this, but of course, if you so wish, then that's completely fine. That's alright, Cody. That's completely fine. There we go. However, I would say, if you're currently already making aluminium ingots, if you've already got your bauxite factory set up and running completely fine, and you've got excess aluminium ingots left over and you don't know what to do with it, then yeah, definitely feel free to use it as steel beams. And of course, if you then don't need the steel beams, you can sink it, and you can get a good amount of points from sinking it there as well. I do honestly feel like this is quite over the top, though, just to make steel beams. When we look at the resources required to make this thing, though, we need a smelter, a constructor, a water extractor, which I'll get onto in just a moment, as I'll always do my water extractor temper tantrum as I do in these videos, and the refineries, but you also get some water as well. In total, if everything's running at 100% efficiency, you are consuming 88 megawatts. But the good news is, despite these refineries requiring 30 megawatts each, you're not actually using them at 100% efficiency. So you're only roughly using about 40 megawatts worth of power to make this thing. Very quickly, I will talk about the water extractor. To get your water over to your aluminium solution factory, you're going to have to belt it over. You could either use trucks, trains, drones, or you could turn it into a solids, then belt it across. You could leave it as a pipe. So this part can be quite annoying to transport your water to your refinery. Unless, of course, you build your refinery on water level or near a water source, which definitely does help. And then you have to belt everything else towards it. So again, this is very overcomplicated. To summarize what we've talked about here, basically, the resources required, not too bad. However, it's quite unnecessary, unless you've already got a bunch of aluminium ingots left over. This is a very difficult recipe to try and talk about, but I hope that I've been able to present it in a clear way, as best as I can. Also, very quickly to point out, there are some other ways you can actually make your aluminium ingots. This is just the simplest way. Put your laptop on charge, yes, and make sure your laptop's fully charged. It has to be. I can't imagine a world without laptops anymore. I can't do it. Even just thinking about it makes me want to cry a little bit. But I'll be strong, I promise. And the final recipe that we'll be talking about is the molded beam. I don't know why I struggled saying that there. Because I was going to say molded frame, but we're not making molded frames. I swear there's something else called molded frame, though, in the game, isn't there? Must be. Anyway, I'm going to redo that. The final recipe for our steel beams is the molded beam recipe, which requires steel ingots, like what we were making before, and concrete. Let's start off with the concrete, since it's the easiest one to talk about. We have to use 35.6 concrete per minute, which consumes 106.8 limestone. This is quite an annoying amount, because if it was like 100 limestone per minute, which would be great, it then means that you can get 3 of these recipes, which would be 60 steel beams, from one normal node at 250% efficiency with a Mark II miner. That was an absolute a nightmare to try and say there, but yeah, that would be pretty good, but unfortunately you can't. One way that you can try and combat this, though, is by only making like 19 or 18 steel beams per minute. Then you can probably try and do that. But regardless, we're not doing that. We're making our 20 steel beam recipe. Moving on to our steel ingots now, where we're only going to consume 53.4 per minute. Compare this to the 80 steel ingots we were consuming for our basic recipe. So this molded beam recipe does save you on iron, and it saves you on coal. Oh, damn. Because, as we can see, we're only using about 35.6 coal per minute and 35.6 iron per minute. So, yeah, this is actually really, really good. The only downside, obviously, is the limestone, but that's still not too bad. There's also another way that you can make your concrete, which consumes less limestone. I'm talking about this again, that's right. Oh, the bloody refinery. And regular viewers of the channel know exactly where we're off to. That is white. That is white. That is white, apparently. Oh, dearie me. That is right, should I have said. Regular viewers of the channel know exactly where we're going. That is right, it's the refinery, where you can make some fantastic recipes. Here you can combine your Caterium, or your copper, your iron, or even your crystal... No, raw crystals. Feck! Here you can combine your Caterium, or your copper, iron, or even your raw quartz to essentially get the final product that you want, whether that's quartz crystals or your other ingots, which cost a lot less raw resources but require water. You can also do this for concrete as well. So if we're trying to get, how much was it? It was 35.6. Yep. You can also do this for your concrete as well. So if you want to try and get your 35.6 concrete per minute, rather than consuming 106 limestone, you're now only consuming 53.4, which is a significant amount less than what you were using originally. In fact, it's half of what you were consuming. The only downside is that now you need water, and quite a lot of water. And of course, you have to try and find a way to get your water to your refinery. So it does add the extra challenge of water and liquid logistics. But overall, if you're trying to save out on limestone or iron or copper, like we were talking about here with the pure ingot recipes, then using the refinery can be a fantastic way to do so. There we go. I think I've literally mentioned that in every single video I've done. And honestly, the power consumption is not that bad either. In fact, one would say it's pretty good. Is that the cheapest? Damn, it actually is. Okay. So let's combine all three of these recipes. The first one, the basic recipe, only requires iron ore and coal. Unfortunately, it consumes the most amount of iron ore and the most amount of coal per minute, which is not fantastic. The second recipe consumes the least amount of coal and also technically the least amount of, actually technically the most amount of water, which is not fantastic, and it also consumes bauxite, but it doesn't consume iron. I would reckon though that bauxite is far more important than iron is, so do bear that in mind. And finally, for our molded beam recipe, we are consuming quite a lot of limestone, but we are consuming a very small amount of iron and a very small amount of coal, and is also the best, just about the best when you compare it to this recipe, in regards of saving power. So I would say that the best recipe for the steel beams is this molded beam recipe right here. I use it in my world, and I think it's very, very good. I also do think the basic recipe is fine if you don't mind consuming extra iron and extra coal, so that's completely up to you. In the grassy fields, you want to make your aluminium sheets, aluminium casing, and radio control units. But for that, I need to add another track and add signals. The cycle just never ends. Oh, yeah, it never ends. It just never ends. It goes on and on and on forever. It feels like it, at least. Yeah, it's pain. Moving on to our final three recipes now, and we've got our steel pipe recipes. Oh, bro, my voice is dying. It really is dying. There we go. I'm actually looking forward to playing some Planet Coaster today. I'll be getting into that when I finish recording this, like another 10 minutes, hopefully. I'm gonna fly through this final part, because there's not really much to talk about here, which is good. I've made that same mistake 3 times now. Okay. And with the steel pipe recipe, there's 3 different ways you can make it. Again, you've got the basic recipe, which is just the steel ingots and to make your steel pipes. You then got your iron pipe recipe, which if you've seen some of my last videos, you'll know how much I love this, and I'll talk about this a bit more in just a moment. And the final recipe is the molded steel pipe. Just like the molded steel beam, we've now got molded steel pipe. If I could speak, I would probably recommend this recipe, and in fact, I might do. Let's find out. I am struggling to speak today. I know it's been a while since I've last streamed, but damn. Very quickly, I want to try and place that in the middle. Starting off with our basic steel pipe recipe, and again, we are going to be making 20 steel pipes throughout all 3 of these recipes. To make these pipes, you are going to need 40 steel ingots, and using our steel ingot recipe, That comes out to 27 iron ore and 27 coal to make your 20 steel pipes. To make that, you also need 1 foundry, 1 smelter, and 2 constructors, which in total will set you back around about 28 megawatts. Overall, this recipe is not bad, considering it's the easiest one to do, in theory. Because technically, wait, no. It's not the easiest, is it? There we go. Overall, this recipe is not too bad, but we can make this so much easier, and that is whilst using this iron pipe recipe. This is absolutely amazing, as you can already tell. We are using 80 iron ore to make our 80 iron ingots, then 80 iron ingots to make our steel pipe. Unfortunately, the 4 iron ingot to 1 steel pipe ratio is quite steep, but considering you are just using iron, I don't think this is too bad at all, because it's a lot easier to find 1 iron node than it is to find 1 coal node and an iron node right next to each other, and potentially even a limestone node and a sulfur node next to each other, things like that. So this recipe is nice and simple, and also the power consumption's not that bad. We are consuming 28 megawatts, whereas our first recipe, again, we're also consuming 28 megawatts. So I would say that this iron pipe recipe is not bad at all. And you might even recognize this final recipe. The molded pipe is the exact same layout as our molded beam recipe, where instead of making 20 steel beams, we're making 20 steel pipes. Here, this consumes our 20 steel ingots, which is not that bad at all. 13.4 coal is basically nothing, right? And 13.4 iron ore is, again, a very low number. And to make our concrete, we are using 36 limestone. You can also use the wet concrete recipe, which consumes less limestone, but also consumes water. You could also use our pure iron ingots recipe, but again, that also consumes water as well, and a refinery, which is extra power, and it's not really needed for this basic recipe. Overall, we are consuming 27 megawatts, which is just about our lowest power consumption recipe of the 3. We also need 2 foundries, 1 smelter, and 1 constructor. So very, very simple stuff to make this, and in total, again, this is what we are using. So how does this compare to the other pipe recipes? Well, let's have a very quick look. The basic recipe here consumes 27 iron ore, which is not the most. This is the most, obviously, right? And it also consumes 27 coal, which is a lot compared to our final recipe, and of course it's 27 more than our middle recipe. This recipe here consumes just iron, which is, I would say, the simplest recipe to make. And the final recipe, the molded pipe, again, just consumes a bit of extra limestone. So what is the best limestone? Oh dear. So what is the best steel pipe recipe to make? Well, that is really up to you. The basic recipe is just okay if you don't want to consume limestone. The iron pipe recipe is fantastic if you just want to consume iron. And the molded pipe recipe is fantastic if you don't want to consume a lot of any of these 3 items. Because again, 36 limestone, 13.4 iron ore, 13.4 coal. Like, this is a very small amount of resources, which is not too bad at all. And power consumption wise, they're all pretty much the exact same. So trying to find the best steel pipe recipe is actually rather difficult to try and do, considering they're all relatively good. But for simplicity reasons, I would say that iron pipe is the best recipe. But in regards of saving resources, especially coal, which you might want to use later on, I'd probably say that the molded pipe is the best recipe for steel pipes. But this is probably a heavily debated subject, so let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think is the best steel pipe recipe? Oh dear. And that will just about do it for today. Oh, I've fallen through the map. Oh dear. And that will just about do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. So that was 36 minutes of recording there. Damn. Let me get my webcam back for just a second. In fact, where is it? There we go. Hello. We'll get the audio back. We'll then back out. And And then we're going to try and launch some Planet Coaster, which I'm actually rather excited about. And hopefully my stream won't crash, because sometimes it does crash whenever I try and back out of Satisfactory. Let's see that. But yeah, so steel pipe recipes. I don't even know which one is the best. I mean, I think the molded pipe's very good. The basic is just decent. Nothing wrong with the basic recipe. I think that iron pipe is also very good, especially if you're just trying to consume. Bro, they're milking my favorite game dry. No, I don't care about that. Okay, unpopular take with the Horizon franchise, as you can call it now. I think they should have just stopped at Horizon Zero Dawn. It was the best game. Like, Horizon Zero Dawn was such a fantastic game. Forbidden West, which was the newer game out of the two, it's still a very good game. I haven't finished. No, I haven't finished it. I think I've gotten very. Wait, have I? I think I'm like one quest away from finishing the game. It's very, very good, but there was just something about. Oh, I just realized you can't even see my screen because I'm on my webcam. Let me show you what I was looking at. This thing. Lego Horizon Adventures, which is from the Horizon franchise thing. You don't want to play the Lego version? Yeah, I haven't tried it. I don't mind Lego games. Like, I used to play Lego Star Wars on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. But, yeah, I don't really play much Lego games anymore. Unfortunately. But they should have just stopped at Horizon Forbidden West. I don't like how they're completely milking the... Where did my game go? That's a good start, eh? Oh well. Powered by Cobra. Yay. Yeah, so we'll do like half an hour of Planet Coaster? Maybe 45 minutes, because again, unfortunately on Mondays I am just kind of busy, unfortunately. Woohoo! That's a character in the thumbnail, in case you're wondering. Why do the graphics seem so low? I think I turned them down, right? Let me also get the... See, this is the problem, right? How do I back out? Settings, options... audio... It should be on, right? Oh, I've muted everything, that's why. Love this song. Supercomputers, you 250% overclocked. Your brain cells to make computers, I mean, you're never gonna get it. Well, supercomputers, they're relatively easy to make. Well, they're not, but they're not awful to make. Turn that down just a little bit. There we go. The other thing that I was going to try and change here was... graphics? Yeah, that's what I want to try and change. No. Because I can't, like, back out of this screen. Windows? There we go. Okay, now I can do that. Great. So I've literally only just started a park. Can you start anywhere? I think you can in Planet Zoo. I'm not sure about Planet Coaster though. I've already started somewhere though. Like, all I've done is just place down this, essentially. So let me tell you about the theme. The reason why I've got this here, by the way, is just I want guests in here. This is gonna go. So, I've created this thing here, the little entrance, and essentially I want this part round here to be themed in some sort of like medieval way. And this is going to be like our grand entrance. Obviously, this is not going to remain here. I just wanted to try and get some guests into the park. That's the only reason why I've got that place down there. So at the minute, you come in here, which of course there will be a building here eventually. Then you're greeted in like this market square, where I've designed these bush things around here. And this, I don't know how this is even supposed to work, but I just like the way it looks, so I've kept it like that. Are you actually going to go to the shops? You are? What shop have you even got here? Oh, we've got Gulpy. Okay. I believe the price for you should be... there we go. The cheapest possible. And the reason why I'm making it 10 cent... I promise there's a reason for it. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna make it this full screen. Give me a second. There we go. Settings, graphics, full screen. There we go. Confirm. Why does that look so weird now? That's messed up everything. Wait. Settings. Windows? Is that better? No. Borderless. There we go. Okay. That's the setting that I wanted there. So you're all doing good there. Oh, you're about to go and break, I think? You about to switch? He's like, what are you doing? Can I come behind her? I can. Hello, sir. Would you like to drink some of me? No one clipped that. So let's try and design this building. I've got no idea how to design medieval buildings, in case you didn't know. It took me about like an hour to build this, which of course looks a bit shite. But that's because we've only just started it. I want to try and get some like wooden stuff around here. That could help. How would you look? Okay. Okay, some of this stuff could be pretty decent. This. Yeah, that could be alright. It's a roof tile. I don't really want a roof tile. No, that's too thick. Welcome, kid. I hope that you're doing good. Built a cars from Satisfactory, you'll be fine. I mean, let's see. We'll see. Okay, this could be good. Wooden pole. I think that's what I want. It'll be something like that, yeah. Then can I rotate this? Essentially, the X button in this game is like the H button in Satisfactory, where you can just lock things into place and just move it around. Except look at this, right? Vertical nudging! We can vertical nudge. Wow. Game of the year? I mean, this is okay. Oh, actually, wait. I found the one that I actually want to try and use. This. The wooden post. Yeah, okay. This is what I want to try and use here. Not necessarily these. Except, can I only place you? Oh. Why does it do that? That's kind of annoying. Do you have to do that? I think you literally have to do that. Okay. So, I'm going to try and do some sort of, like, roof design here. That could look okay. I want to try and do, like, a nice balcony out here, potentially. That might work somewhere else. That, again, could also work somewhere else there as well. Definitely not. What's this? No. I feel like I might have to just stick with these wooden pillars. I think so. Who's moaning in the background? Oh, it's you. Why are you moaning? Okay, can I rotate you? Well, I can rotate you around. 45 degrees, we'll do that. And how is this going to look if I was just... that'll look a bit weird, I think. Let's see, no, that'll look a bit weird. What piece am I using here? This is... Oh, Stuka, of course, yeah. Heyo. Is that Freddie Mercury? This. How would something like this look around here? So you'll go down like that. Then that will then connect to that part. So then you... What if I was to do... That would look like the worst thing I've ever built, so let's not do that. This. How would that look? That's okay, Tia. Have a nice rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in. Change the color of all of these. Like so. Okay. Regarding the roof, what do we actually go for here? I feel like a thatch roof could look nice, but because we aren't. Can you stop saying "ayo"? Thank you. A thatch roof would look quite nice for more like outer city medieval buildings, but this would be like the main square here is the entrance. So I feel like their roofs would be slightly better looking. And I think this is the fairy tale roof, isn't it? Oh, castle. Castle roof. Oh, that doesn't... No. So it would be something like this, I suppose? Although that's way too big. That's bloody massive, mate. Damn. That's way too big. We can't do that one there. Okay. No, I don't want that. What's this? Fairy tale? Fairy tale even. A fairy tale? That could look quite nice here, potentially. Check in a minute how that looks. Gingerbread roof? Yeah, no thanks. Modern brick? No. Lime plaster? No. This would look quite nice if I was going for like some sort of Mediterranean style, but we're not, so it won't. Oh well. Rough brick, how would that look? Rough, okay. Don't want sleets. Maybe a thatch roof will just be best option for us here? No. So that can go there. And a part of me even wants to try and bring it out by one more. There. I just don't feel like a two-story building like this would have a thatch roof on it. That's the reason why I'm considering not adding this. What's that? Okay, you are slightly weird. If I was to paint you, that could then look good. Okay, what's you called? Sloped tile roof. I think we can make this work. Thatch would look quite nice, but I feel like, again, that's for like lower density. Hey yo. Oh, that's perfect. Right there. What's that one called? Square tile roof. That's perfect, I think. That'll then fit there perfectly. Same with that one. Okay. Can you stop saying hello? For 1 second, please. You're driving me insane. What's wrong with you? Why are you so depressed? Workload low. Why do you want to quit your job? Money isn't really an issue. You got a low workload? $100 a month. That's terrible. Why are you so depressed? Upgrade your staff building to offer a... Okay. Perks? Capacity? Why can't I just increase the capacity? There we go. I thought they would like that. I don't mind how much it costs. Again, this is very, very temporary. I just want them to be happy. So hopefully she will stop complaining now. I can still hear her. Oh dear. That's going to stick out there a little bit. Am I happy with the colouring on this thing? I think it looks pretty good. The brown I do really, really like. Like black would be a bit nicer. Oh, no, brown would be nice, I think, yeah. And you're going to... Red, just a red roof. Although actually, that doesn't look too bad. I was going to do that as like a bit of a piss take, but... It doesn't look that bad. I feel like I do want to try and go with a... Oh, that looks quite nice. A dark green, that's beautiful. Okay, so let's duplicate this again, I believe. I don't think I can get rid of that, can I? No. What's this? It's a weird piece. Okay, so I do end up liking that. Wooden tile. Okay, I think I have to use this as well, don't we? So it will be a bit like what we had over there. Except slightly different. So you'll come to about there. There. Then now I'm just going to try and add something along the side here. I mean, you can go up on the top there, sure. Go ahead. That looks quite nice. Yeah, do you guys see the difference here? This is what it looks like when I haven't got the roof overhanging there at the top, and then that's what it looks like when it does. There is a massive difference. Also, the pieces are just different, to be fair. Which is kind of annoying. I wish they weren't different. But I don't think there's much I can do about that, is there? Or is there? That would make life a bit easier. Let's see. I don't mind that sticking out the back there a little bit. What's this piece? It's a massive piece, whatever that is. really want that, I don't think. That's not bad. So, like, what if I was to get this thing here? Right? No. I definitely don't want that to be that. Try doing this, maybe. How would that look? I think it could be interesting. Well, that's actually slightly different. Ooh. Why is that slightly... Why? Wow. I mean, it just looks a bit weird. I'm not a big fan of that shape. What is this? Some corner tile. Okay, fair enough. Let me just turn off my heating, because I'm like about to boil myself to death. There we go. Why is no one visiting the shop right below us, by the way? What's wrong with this shop? Not open, right? I just placed down something, didn't I? No? No, we're good? Okay. We made a single sale. Right. See? Oh, I did place something down there. Thought so. You haven't made a single... You must be in the... in a bad place then, right? Surely. Like, there's no way you've made $0. Normally the hat shops in this game do quite well. Okay, well now I know that you're definitely open. And I actually quite like that fence being there, I think. I like that being there. I feel like if I add that there though, I kind of have to add it here as well. Just to try and make it fair. Okay, let's see if these guys are going to come visit here. We're gonna go over to Gulpies, that's fine. Heck. Does no one want a hat? Come on. No one wants a bloody hat. I mean, they're lost. I think the hats in this game look quite nice. And I think we also have some, like, Christmas hats available right now. No one's feeling the Christmas spirit. Ah. No. We want... Which one do I want here? I suppose it has to be there, doesn't it? About. And connect that to each other? How would that look? I think that would look okay. Let me just try and get a reference picture that I saved earlier. Where is it? There we go. So maybe we can try and do some different elevations here. Because at the minute, this is all going to be in the exact same sort of elevation. But I feel like what I might want to try and do here is something. I know, crazy. I definitely want to try and copy and paste that. I do quite like the thing that we built down there. Am I happy with this color as well, by the way? I think I am. So if I remember correctly, it was... that one? Yeah. Dark green. Like dark bluish green, at least. That's... Can change the color here as well, I hope. Yes. Same with that one? Yes. So, my plan is here to do this. This might not work out, but I still want to try. I'm gonna grab you. I'm then going to move you here. Give you a quick rotate, I think. Yep. I then want to get rid of that. That, and that. This way, the building has been pushed back a little bit further, and I do kind of like that. I'll then grab this piece. I'm gonna dig in there a little bit. I don't really want that. Why have you done that? What, are you trying to be unique or something? What are you doing? Why are you trying to be unique? So you're fine. Okay. Wish I could move that, but I think what I'll probably do here is this. That looks quite nice down there, I think. I like that. Even that's built in different elevations. Why? I'm guessing it's because of the shop, isn't it? Not having that. Great, okay. So that's that part now done. I then would like to grab this part again. And... I think we put it there before, didn't we? Is it underground now? How have I managed to do that? Sure. It's a bit high. I should have probably started with that one then, shouldn't I? Be the same level, like. And thank you. Okay. I feel like that's a bit better. Maybe a door here? Then a door back there? That's a lot of doors though, isn't it? Maybe what could look quite nice down here is if I do something like this. Wait. We can bring a path out here. What I was thinking was to drag a path out there. Then through here to go to like some sort of toilet area. Because these guys do need a toilet. can do that relatively easy by doing this. Then come behind here. Then come through here. Or even just have the toilets built in like that. I was thinking what else I could do to make this area look interesting. Maybe not necessarily nice, but interesting. Is this. Have like a nice little garden around there, maybe. As usual, I don't know what I'm doing, but I often enjoy when it's like this. Go 1. Why aren't you lined up? You should be in that. Oh wait. Oh, okay, okay. Fair enough. It's annoying, but at least I can understand that. So I think what we'll do is we'll do something like this. Then we'll get rid of that. Then we'll build in our toilets here. And this way, because people are going to want to go to the toilets. So if they're forced to go to this part of the map, which I will literally force them, it then means that there's a higher chance that they will then come to this part of the shops, which I think would be quite nice. Do I want to leave this area open? A part of me kind of does, because I think I can make it look quite nice from the interior. The way I thought about doing that was by adding... No... Where is it? This. How would this look in here? So it would be something like that. Okay, let's just get the path in here first. Make sure everything can definitely line up. That's kind of the most important part, I think. What? Why can't I put it there? That's kind of weird. I think it's because it goes like inside the shop, doesn't it? Okay, so you're actually going to have to come out here. Which is kind of annoying. I suppose I can understand it. That's kind of annoying though, actually. Is there, like, no way that I can try and change that? Bit of angle snap just for a sec. Okay, so I can bring you out to here. Very quickly, whilst we're here, actually, I do want to change some of my settings here. Tunneling, no. Urban Grand Path, yes. That's better. Let's try this then, shall we? I love this game's soundtrack as well. It's very relaxing. There's not many games that really have bad soundtracks, is there? From what I can think of, at least. I'm sure there's probably a couple that I'll think of later on, but as of right now, there's not many. So it would be like this. Perfect. Okay, that's great. So now we've got toilets. I don't like how that... Is there a way I can try and change that? Or maybe even make this arch a bit thinner? I think you can do that, can't you? Should be a piece in here to do that. So that's the one that we're currently using. Okay. Is there a thinner arch? I'm pretty sure there is a thinner arch somewhere. Yeah, that's the same. Oh no, they are slightly different to be fair. But they're not thinner. This one is... Ooh, what's this? Lime plaster. Could I get away with this? I mean... I suppose if I was to change these as well to the same thing, then... yes? Okay. I think we can get away with that. I don't mind that. Okay, I like that. Welcome, Arnold. Talk about you doing good. New factory. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I've spent 14,000 hours designing this factory. Some people say it looks like Planet Coaster. That's fake news. Completely fake news. This is this is Satisfactory. Yes. This is not a roller coaster. This is a constructor. I just got a new texture pack, which makes it look like a thing. Oh well. Oh, yes! You're gonna go have a crap. Fantastic. That's what I wanted. That's fantastic. Okay. I just remembered something very important. The bin. Was that in scenery? Whoops. Good sir, can I please have a bin? I like these barrels. You can even have like a bench in here, although I don't want there to be too much pedestrian traffic in there. Maybe like here? We'll definitely add some scenery a bit later on, but for now it's alright. We'll definitely get the scenery sorted out. Anyway, back to our roof. Yeah, we were working on this, weren't we? Reminds you of something of the Sims UI. No. Can't be. It's just your imagination. So you've got to go there. That should be good. I don't like how that's just like indented into here though. That's really annoying. How can I try and fix that? I suppose by doing this, right? I think it's where it should be anywhere. Like that. Yeah, okay. What am I gonna do with this one? I suppose just leave it like that, right? Same here at the back. That should be fine. Okay. I don't know what it is, but no matter what game I play, I just can't do roofing. I don't know what it is. I'm just terrible with roofing. Whether it's Minecraft, Satisfactory, Planet Coaster, whatever it is. What's this one called again? Oh yeah, tile. go. Yeah, that's the best one there. How would this look if I was to add this piece here? Suppose it won't look terrible. Ah, that's going to be a bit weird. Can you not do that? I'm guessing no. What if I was to do this? Where do I place it in there? I suppose I can't, can I? Shame. No, a bit steeper than that. Perfect. That's why I had him there before, wasn't it? And it wasn't, like, amazing, let's just say. Okay, we can always do that. And I think this is what I switched out to, wasn't it? But that's a slightly different roof design, though, which is kind of annoying. No, it was the wooden one, wasn't it? Although that's what I'm currently using. Yeah, that is what... Okay. If I was to press X, is there any... No, there's no way I can do that. Nah. I want it to extend over here a little bit, but that's way too much. What do we do? There's nothing here that actually matches this. Except annoyingly, I think this one would actually kind of work. Maybe not. Ooh, that's a nice piece. That would almost work, it just doesn't line up. Yeah, do you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to make this just stick out here a little bit. Okay, at least we can add these here now. Add that there. Can I rotate you? No. That's a shame. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded to be able to rotate that around. What's that called again? Wooden post. Maybe with this one I can, can't I? I can, yeah, okay. I guess in theory that would then work. What if I was then to do this? Just pumping out a theory here. Don't mind me. Okay, that's not even remotely straight. And it's... Oh. What if I was to do this? I then don't think it would look as bad. It won't look great. But it won't look terrible, I don't think. She's still going on with her AOs, this lady. I've got a depressed princess in my... I literally have a depressed princess in my park. She's killing the vibe for all the children. And grown men, I don't know. You! You've got people behind you. Oh, you're not even facing the right way. You're pissing them off! You're pissing them off! Get a grip of yourself!
Huh.
Look, you're ruining his... its day. You're ruining its day. Oh, you know what? You're fired. Come here. Right, no, this is ridiculous. You're pissing me off. Why are you so unhappy? Almost had it with this job. Why? Why are you unhappy? Did it just... Oh, it reset all of this. Oh, I didn't press confirm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is looking slightly better. It's still not looking like that, because this has like a little overhang bit, but I can't seem to do the overhang with this part. Which is rather frustrating. Change the colors on these. I'm sure there is a way of doing this, I just can't figure it out. I could do this. Actually, how would this look? Oh, wait a minute. Bit too high, first of all. Like, if I was to do this, how would it look? I mean, that looks a bit crap. But what if I was to do this? And get rid of that. You know, don't get rid of it. Move it forwards. You just like... No. Behave, just behave. That make things a bit easier. Then we grab this. Then we move it. Okay, that was probably the wrong setting. We do this. And add you back. Okay. Right. I think we're onto something. I think. Is that even placed down in the end? No. What song is that? Okay, that's better. I like that. Because obviously we're going to have a door here, right? There'll be a door there and a window there. I think I then want to maybe get rid of that. That could help. Maybe this just needs more. Sometimes when you add, like, the more you add, it could look better. Other times, the more you add, the worse it becomes. So it's just trying to find that perfect balance of not adding too much, but also adding enough that it still looks decent. And that's what I'm currently trying to find. Because again, I'm not necessarily, like, great at this game, as you guys can probably tell. So I have to kind of get used to all of that, which I don't really mind doing, if I'm honest. I am going to duplicate you. I'm going to add you right here. Like so. Window-wise, I can definitely just duplicate a window. Let's see, though. These two are definitely going to be joined up, I think. I think I do want that. One further... No. What the hell? Oh, don't do that. Why? I haven't got anything thinner than that. Oh man. Oh my god. What's this? Victorian roof. I think it's quite nice. I wouldn't buy it as a DLC, but it looks quite nice. Could add that there if I wanted to. I think I actually kind of do. And welcome. OX, I bet you're doing good. You can split that roof piece from the building, then slide it over. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about doing that. Same with this part of the roof right here. But would that be... Because that would then make this part look a bit nicer. I would then have to get rid of this most likely. Which would be fine. Same with... Well, you can barely even see that. Split from building. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. This part definitely does stick out a bit too much. I forgot to do the roof, that's okay. Okay, that looks a bit nicer. If I was to do that, it's rough in the middle there. Or if I was to do this. Like, that's a bit nicer. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll then probably have to split that from building as well. Move it in here. Make sure it's lined up. Okay, that looks decent. That looks a little bit out of place now. Poke through the... Oh yeah, this one as well. Yeah, this part. Yeah, I'll do the same there, but the thing is I also wanted to try and do this thing as well. It would work for here as well, yeah. So what I'll have to do is place you down... Is that the right level? That's good. Then split from building. Then move you. Don't quit. Okay. I think it's looking fine so far. Well, not from this angle. Okay, let's just not pay attention to the back. Let's just pretend this is the only angle that we've got. Okay. I don't know what I want to do with this part now. I suppose just get rid of it, right? Like, well, this, at least. Add something along there, probably. Oh, okay. Wooden column. Okay, that's good. Do I want to get a wooden column going the entire way around the outside? How would that look? It would look... I think that would look decent, potentially. Like that. Have you come into here? There's a bigger piece in this, isn't there? Yep. I'll stick with this for now, then I'll switch over to the bigger one for the other projects. Like that. Okay, like that? I think that's okay. It's a bit too sharp. That's good. Do I like that? Yeah, adds like, just a bit of extra texture around the outside, I suppose. Then get rid of that. Have to readjust this one here a little bit here as well. Grid? What grid are you aligning to? There we go. Get rid of that. Make sure you're roughly at the same angle as that thing, which I think you kind of are now. Push you back a little bit. Nice. Yeah, I feel like I do want to try and replicate that throughout this part. Angle you slightly. Actually, almost perfect. Wow. Okay. Push you down at no. Push you down. That is the down one, isn't it? Oh no, it's red. Okay. Somewhere around there. Yeah, you look fine in there. Push you back up a little bit. Okay. I'll take that. Bots again. Nice. So I do want to try and add in a window here. I feel like something up there could look quite nice as well. In this part. As of right now, this building is okay. The only nice thing I've made so far is this, like, tree area. It doesn't even have a bench now. I still have to add benches, but I'll probably do that somewhere around here. I think what I'll do is this part here, because this building's going to come out to around about there, and then there's also, this is just temporary just to get guests in the park. Then we're going to have another building on this side, which will then stick out a little bit, which could look quite nice. So I feel like... some benches out here could look decent, I think. But again, we'll come to that when we have to. No one's buying hats. With music like this, I can see why. Can I change your colour? You don't look like you are. That's better. Same with these lot. All your colours should be fine. Yeah, you're all good. Fantastic. There we go. A castle window? I don't... Actually, that could look quite nice. That's a bit too much. Castle window leaded. I feel like that could potentially look quite nice. It feels kind of out of place, which I suppose it is. That could look nice, actually. Not necessarily on this build. Got to remember that, though. No. That could look decent up there if I have to. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's alright. Now I go back into scenery. And where is this thing? Not a bin, no. I do want to try and add some like pots and decorations up here. That could look decent, I think. But the thing that I'm looking for right now is... probably not actually in path extras. Nature. Planters. This thing. Try and make this area look decent. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize that was a DLC. I've got 0 DLCs for this game. Literally 0. Can I change the... No, I can't change that. Shame. Okay, that's fine. I was originally going to add this thing here, but I don't think any of this would look too good. This actually might look decent, to be fair. Kind of like that. I feel like it has to go up here, which then just covers half the window. That wouldn't be great. That could be quite nice. That as well. We'll see about that. Oh, I didn't mean to place that on there. So with this thing, right, we can always just move this out the way. Maybe place that in this corner. And get this thing again. There. Like that. And I believe this is the exact same planter that I used over there as well. So let's try and switch up the colours here a little bit. Rather than yellow, we'll go with blue. Change that to... Wait, everything here is blue apparently. I think that's literally just that bit underneath there. Okay, sure. Yeah, that looks alright. You know what could look quite nice here though? This, a wall climber. I hardly ever use this stuff. Well, I use this quite a lot. Let's see. The thing is, right, games like City Skylines, Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo, I love adding in vegetation. But the problem that I have with it, and this is literally a me problem, is that I don't quite know the fine line between nice and too much. And too little as well, because sometimes you can just have a bit too little. That won't work here, I don't think. No. I suppose that just comes with practice, doesn't it? There we go. There. This is the big one, isn't it, actually? So that'll be something like that, then. I change the colours on these? No, I didn't think I could. That's fair enough. That's okay. And I would like to try and have a window up there. I feel like most houses like this would have a window up there. What kind of... I didn't really find anything in here that I think would look great. I didn't mean to save that. Or favourite even. I thought this would look decent here. I still think it would. Maybe just 2 of them. I think I'm just going to get rid of that just for now. What I'm also then going to try and do is grab this one. Rotate you as far as I can so that none of the leaves stick out from the top here. Then duplicate this. I think that looks quite nice. Maybe even... And this might go against me here. Just to warn you now, trigger warning. I like that. Maybe not quite as sharp, though. So it'll be a bit like that. There we go. Okay. It's not bad. I've spent like 20 minutes doing this. Oh my days, man. That's quite cute. That's the exact thing that we have down there. I don't really want that. Maybe like 2 of these up here. Like, it doesn't look bad. It feels like there's just something missing here. I don't know what. I always have the exact same feeling like whenever I do this. Change this here as well. Maybe a bench underneath here could look quite nice. But can I have a bench that's not connected to a path? I don't think I can I? Yeah, so I have to literally have a path up here in order to try and do that. That's annoying. Guess I'll do that then. Bit too high. Okay, so that's the height that we want. Do you know it's not? That's the height that we want. Don't you dare do that, man. No. Stop. Can I not just like... Oh, man. No. I just want to go across like this, please. Chat, we're trying. We are trying not to go, like, insane throughout today's stream. However, I think I'm failing the challenge. Stop. Get a grip! I could remove this path down here, but I'd rather not. What if I was to do this? That might work then. Oh. Oh, what are you obstructed by? No, this is not going to work. Can I change the colours of this? No. I think what I also want around here is just more wood. That might be what I'm missing out here. We just need more wood. That's fine. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, that's going to leave a gap. Well, here it won't, though. Oh. I know why it's done that. Okay, that's actually fine. In that case, get rid of that. Okay, so I can't quite... Although, technically I can. What's that piece called again? Wooden column. Okay. This. If I was just to select this for a second. When Satisfactory? I've already streamed Satisfactory today. You missed it. I've got to get you. I'll be live on Satisfactory again tomorrow, though. If enough people watch it. There. Okay. Dig that a bit. There, that's perfect. And duplicate this and bring it up. I'm gonna bring down this thing in here a little bit, but I think that's completely fine. Because the brown mixed in with the green there from the nature would look quite nice, I think. No, I didn't want to place that down there. That's fine, though. Yeah, it's been such a long time since I last played Planet Coaster. But when they announced the new game, I was like, you know what? I might as well go back and just reinstall it, right? I'm having lots of good fun in it so far. Oh, don't you dare. I was just complimenting the game. Okay, I think that's good. Except you don't seem to be necessarily perfectly lined up, which is kind of annoying. Whoa, what the hell did I just do there? Bro. Doing that. Okay, let's try this instead then. That has okay. You know what, I think that's actually fine. That's not that bad. Okay, this. If I was just to get rid of that there, no, that makes a massive difference. To be fair, I kind of want that in there. So if I was just to move all you three down. And do that. That's in the middle, right? No. That's in the middle. So you've got to go that way a bit more, I think. Like, I feel like the controls in this game are kind of weird. I don't know why. I'm sure that's just me. So we'll do that. We'll move you slightly in like this. Okay, that's the wood that I wanted in there. That's good. I then want to try and select you. And duplicate you down here. I think that looks quite nice. I like that. The final thing I just want to have a look at is if I was to do this. No. I don't think that would look great. So unfortunately our bench idea won't actually work because I need a path. That's okay though. We also need some lighting up here. Luckily there's a good amount of lighting in this game, isn't there? Go into decorations, lights. Which one should we go for? Because again, there's quite a lot. There's a dragon lamp. I'm not going to go for the dragon lamp. Cottage lamp. That's so cute. I freaking love that. I don't feel like a building like this would have something like that, though. That's quite a big one, isn't it? The lantern tower. Yeah. I think this could actually, like, work, though. Somewhere here. We haven't finished the roof entirely. But I feel like this would look very nice somewhere here. Like a chimney. Ooh. Can we add chimneys in this game? Yeah, this could look quite nice. I feel like maybe on that side we'll do that. Maybe even down here. I'm not really focusing too much on decoration just yet, just on this wall. That's quite nice, but it's a bit small. I don't like to judge size, but it is just a bit small for us. Box, that looks quite nice. Doesn't really match the style though. I think I might just go for the cottage one, honestly. What did I do for you lot? Oh, I can't select it. I'm not on that screen. Storm and Lantern. That's quite nice, but I don't feel like a house would have that though. Chandeliers and stuff, I don't want to go with that. The fiberglass stuff, don't really want to go with that either. This looks quite nice, but I still don't feel like they would have this. Oil lamp. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with this. I think it looks super cute. I like it. There we go. Yeah, we can loop that. There we go. I feel like I might even want to change the color of you two. Be more of like a yellow. What about that? The Stucco normally is a bit more like this. If I did just make you slightly darker like that. I like that. It just looks a bit, it looks too colourful now though. It looks too white, it's too nice. Like that's the right one. I like that shade, I think. Because this is way too white. That's what we're currently on. I suppose we'll keep it on this for now. Might change it a bit later on. I wouldn't be surprised if I do. Any more decorations? Yeah, we've got some, like, shields and stuff.
Oh.
That's the lamp that we just used.
Heyo.
Got a couple of swords there. That's kind of nice. Why are you still whinging? This bloody princess, man. No, that doesn't really fit her. That's quite nice, but again, I don't feel like a house like this would have that on it, right? That's quite nice. I feel like that would look decent, even if it wasn't like entirely straight. I feel like that would make it look a bit more realistic. Okay, good. We haven't got angle snap turned on. So it'll be something like that. This one would be kind of similar, but facing the opposite way, I think. Like that. Perfect. Then select both of these. And make them just about visible coming out the wall there. There we go. I like that. Yeah. Anything else I want to add up here? Is there like pots and stuff? No. What would a balcony like this even have? A flag? I feel like it won't. A pirate bell? I mean, what do you think? The answer was no, by the way. That's massive. I would kind of like something like this here. Like you're literally entering a castle, essentially. And that's what I want it to feel like. Like this is the main village before you enter in the castle. Oh, that is massive though, isn't it? And besides, I want a window there anyway. These are massive. I think I'm going to avoid that just for now. Iron pipe, okay. Also, oh, this is oh, I know what this is. That's nice, but I don't think I want to add. Actually, do I want to add this here? So what are you? You're a Gulpy. This would add a nice bit of color, which I feel like I might want. That's fantastic. I doubt I can change the colors for this, can I? No. I feel like that would add a good amount of color there. Even if it doesn't entirely match the atmosphere. Oh yeah, that's what we need. Perfect. What's this? A customizable standing flag? What? That's sick. I had no idea. Wait. Give me a sec. Oh, I can't upload any. Oh, yeah, they got the French flag. What? Sorry. Bang out of order. I have not seen any of these. Is that a subway sign? Chow mein? Oh. Wow. I've never seen that before. I don't want that, but it's still pretty cool. I had no idea. Stone. Oh. No, it's a bit too small. That could look quite nice if we build something similar a bit later on. Ooh. Potential? I'm not going to do that as of right now. That has potential. Up there? No. I feel like here. It might work here. If I can change the colors at least. I can. Yeah, and then like a brownish maybe? I'm gonna go red and blue. There's a reason for that, because it matches with the flag. Bloody hell, man. It matches with the flags. And I don't... For the king! Sorry, I don't think we can change these colors, can we? No, okay. So that does actually match that. It's a bit bright. I'm gonna have to consider this one. I don't know. Oh, that looks decent. Yeah, we'll look into that. Well, I'm mostly looking for stuff as of right now, just to put on this balcony. Oh, that's it. That's literally it. This would make absolutely just no sense having it. There's so many objects here. Look at all these DLC parts. Wow, I mean, half of this is just DLC stuff. It's mad. I swear there used to be, like, vases and stuff, right? No? Maybe that's part of scenery. Oh, okay. That's for a wagon. Obviously don't want that up there. It's a bit big. It's massive. Can I change the color of you? No. No, okay. Here we go. So this was some of the stuff that I wanted here. Okay, let's get the biggest one in the back. That's a bit too big. There we go. That's fair enough. Why can't I hear chow mein music? Balloon character. Oh, okay. Holy freedom. Oh, they've got more. Uncle Sam. Wait, just place that down there. Welcome to your European medieval town. What's the difference between this and a regular European town? Oh, this town's got a bit of freedom. Oh dear. A bin barrel. I can't add any of the stuff up here. I can add this though. I've already got a ton of these around there, so I don't really want any more. And then... Ooh! Okay, we're not adding that. I do not trust myself with that. Is that a bag? No. Well, it was a bag of sugar. Road signs, got Chief Beef himself. What's this? A clock tower? Oh, that's massive though. That's quite nice, but again, it's just massive, isn't it? That's not necessarily massive. I don't really want it that. A lump of coal, fantastic. That's a lot of pieces. Crane. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't really want that there though, but that's still kind of nice. No. Because the thing is, I really just want like a chair or something out here. I feel like that would be kind of nice. Yeah, thank you very much for the follow, Adia, over on Twitch. Not sharing I haven't got a Discord. Oh dear. Wait, can we have you on top of here? Well, in theory I can, but then the water's not going anywhere, so no. Could be nice. Wish there wasn't water coming out of it. Farmer's cart. That could look decent somewhere down here, I think. That's why I'm surprised there's not any hay. That would make sense just to pair up with that. Fairy Tale Band. Like that thing from Shrek. That looks quite nice. I want to have this around here somewhere. It's not a priority, I'm just having a bit of fun. Dare I? Anyway. Yeah, regarding this, maybe there's not much more I want to add up here. I don't know. I'm happy with the way it looks in total. Yeah. I was just thinking, do I want to cut this wall back here a little bit? I don't think I do. So I'll keep it like that. Okay, the next part I then want to try and decorate is this part as of right here. Great value? Yeah, it should be great value. It's like 10 cents for everything. Oh, that was a good throw. Fair play. So how long is this going to take me to add in some plant? Right now the time is 14:44, so 2:44. Sand. Let's just paint this entirely like that. What's the difference between... Oh, okay. I kind of like the way that looks a little bit. It does need a bit of rock in there as well. Bit of grass. Perfect. There we go. So it's a bit rough there, but it's not too bad. I like that. Okay, we then want to try and add in some scenery. I feel like some ivy going up here could look quite nice. Is it called ivy in game though? Oh, I think it might be. Okay. Wait, no. That's what I want to try and do right there. One, two. That. Okay. Then add this thing here. Can I then somehow... Yes, do that. Fantastic. Okay. So we'll look a little bit like this. Then... like that. How would that look? I think that looks fine. I do want like a planter in here, down here. A planter in here, down here. Nice English. Planter here, down here, down here. Nice. Planter. Do I want to try and go with one of... oh, you're going to snap onto all that. Okay, I probably don't want you to actually be a part of this build, necessarily. Try something like this. Poking out of there a little bit. We'll see. I mean, this could look quite nice, but I've already done that for over here. I don't want to do the exact same thing. That's the only problem with that. Although I might want to try and do something like this, though. Add in like a tree or something there. No. No. There we go. I want it to be like that. Yeah, why not? I like that for now. If I have to change it, I will, but for right now it's fine. Color-wise, it's completely fine as well. What tree should we add? I would go with this, but we've already got a ton of that in there anyway. I want it to be a nice small tree. No. No. That's a big no. And that's a big yes. That looks lovely. Except I kind of wish it was a little bit smaller. This is a bit thicker, but it's a bit smaller though. So I think I'll go with that. There we go. I do like that quite a lot. I then want to try and add in some tiny rocks around here. Oh, that's perfect. Can I change the color of you? No, I can't. Fine. There we go. Love that. And go with some bushes down here. I feel like sunflowers won't even be able to grow down there because they require a bit more sun than what we're offering for them there. This will work. I am inside of everything right now. There we go. Now back here, I suppose we do want some bushes. Do you cut through here? Oh, you do. If it wasn't for that, that would have been just perfect. Why are you walking through? That's not even a path. Okay, good. There's nothing cutting through there now. Great. I feel like then if we get a couple of these around here, okay, that looks decent. Then no, then no, then no. There's not that many bushes to choose from in this game, is there? No, they just don't look nice bunched together like that. He's still sulking, that lady.
Hey.
Okay, I like that. That's fine.
Hey.
I think what I want to try and do is get a rockin' right there.
Hey. Huh.
And get you guys in here. Okay. I now feel like a couple of these could look quite nice around here. Like that.
Huh.
So that looks fine.
Hey.
That looks okay. I feel like I want to try and duplicate this a little bit. Bring you round there, and bring you over here as well. Somewhere over here. There we go. That could look quite nice. I feel like some benches around the outside could be quite nice as well. Not right there, because that's where a lot of the people, well, I say a lot of the people, there's no one here. But in theory, where a lot of people might end up trying to go. So I think what I have to try and do here is add in some path extras. Bit too much, isn't it? Unless I can change the colouring. Even if I could change the colouring, it's still a bit too much. Oh. Okay, suddenly that's now perfect. That is just suddenly really good. Okay, wow. Almost like these bins don't even fit here anymore. Bins. So where was that fairy tale bin? That looks fine. This is the fairy tale one. Except we changed you and we changed you. Okay. Okay. I feel like this definitely does match a bit more now. I If I was to do something like that, maybe? The issue is, though, the bins just don't look very nice. Because they're bins. They're not really supposed to look great, are they? Is there any way that I can, like, scoot you over there just a little bit? Add you into here. Looks like I can. There. Perfect. Same thing here. I know you want to. Have I got to add this before the bench? Oh, yeah. Come on. There we go. Okay. I think that looks quite nice. Add a bit of extra colour into here. Yeah, I like that. Wrong one. What was you? I think you were just that, weren't you? No, I want you to say that, stay the same. I think what we'll do here is I'll keep you the same, then I'll change these last two to being like that. Okay, nice. Yeah, something a little bit different right there, but I kind of like it. How does this part look in the night? It's probably quite bad, right? Okay, definitely need some more lighting around there. I feel like that's an off-camera job, though, adding in all that lighting. Was it 3 o'clock? Let's go back into paths just for a quick second here. Can I try and do some sort of, like, outdoor sitting area here? It doesn't have to look luxurious, as long as it just works. Like that would be perfect. Okay. I wish you two would just connect. That would make life a bit too simple. Oh dear, what is that? Why do I almost like that? No. That. No. I don't know how this area would look though. I suppose what I could do is this, right? Shops and facilities. I think it's in here. No, scenery, sorry. Go on to this stuff. I can technically place this stuff out here. How about you? You have to be like directly in the middle of the path. Okay. Simply put, I don't think this area is big enough for something like this. But what I might even try and do is expand it into here. So have some sort of like restaurant area in there. Can you even add restaurants into this game? I know there's like a thing that you can do it in. Yeah, a restaurant. But how does this actually work, though? Oh dear. The number of brands that are being used by the restaurants, including the brand counts. Increasing the brand count will increase the prestige of the restaurants. Heck. Yeah, free stuff. Who doesn't love free stuff? Okay. We got the Planco menu. Just add all this stuff into here. So what? It's like a 3-in-1, like a 10-in-1 kind of thing. Okay. Each guest group will take up a table. You can increase the number of available tables by adding expansions. How the hell do you add an expansion? I haven't even like heard about this before or anything. Well, there we go. Restaurant expansions. 0 out of 10. Next, more restaurant expansions. Oh. How the hell do I connect them? Add to building. There we go. Oh. Right. Welcome, kidder. Castle pickle going. It's not really a castle. It's just a house. Oh, like a medieval styled house. It's okay so far. Still got a lot more stuff to add around here. I'm enjoying the very slow grind. I'm just getting used to this game again because I haven't played it in so long. I'm checking out this restaurant thing. I'm just messing around. Obviously, this doesn't look as good as that because it's just temporary. I've never even seen this before. I think it would look really cool to try and add a restaurant in here. So I have like a couple different archways along there. Indoor seating. Maybe even upper deck seating here as well. If I can try and figure out how to get paths up there. And that could look solid, I feel like. The first one wasn't a castle. It's not a blinking castle. Now, if I go back onto here, fancy restaurants, nothing to choose from. Nothing to. Are you taking the piss? Nothing to choose from. Yes, there is. Okay, so that's how that works. I can have 10 of these in total. And what do the expansions do? What do you do? Welcome, Aaron. Hope that you're doing good. You got so many more subs since you last dropped. I can't even speak English today. Since you last dropped in, you're doing great. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we've been growing quite well. I am taking the YouTube grind nice and slow. I'm trying not to burn myself out from doing it, but I am enjoying it. Absolutely. I've been really, really enjoying it. So, if I was to... Yeah, okay. So that increases the tables, that's right, yeah. Okay. Only a 2% scenery rating. If I was to move this into here, then finish decorating this area, I feel like that scenery rating will massively go up. Hopefully. I also do want to try and do something in the back of here as well. I feel like that could look quite nice. I also want to try and do something in the back of this build. So let's see how that's going to work. First of all, I want to essentially duplicate all of this. How? Why do that? Okay, that's a good start. Nice. Got angle snap. Brilliant. And you're going to come back to around about there. That is indeed correct. Okay. Then we'll select this. Duplicate you. Duplicate that. Then duplicate this. Except you won't actually line up, which is a bit of a shame. Why would you do that? Split from building. Move it manually. Okay. That sticks out a bit too far from that, though. That's fine. Great. And I think that's called the wooden column, isn't it? And that's in building? Yes. Great. Okay, you have to rotate around slightly. Which is doable. You don't have angle snap. Lovely. I mean, you don't necessarily... No, I mean, you're definitely not even close to snapping on properly. That. Okay, that looks quite nice. The next thing I then want to try and add is... probably like 2 windows around there. Although there is a balcony, so I feel like a door is kind of necessary. Go with that. We'll then select you very quickly. Bring you down straight there. Okay. Great. I'm even thinking just a very quick duplication of this. Because it's already got what I wanted to be here. And if I can... No, wrong button. These two. And deselect that. And bring this around here. Like so. Then grab this and rotate you around there. Perfect. Okay. The next thing I then want to try and add is this. Round about there. Okay. Not too bad. What's that? Don't really want that, I don't think. Not here, at least. No, you're fine. What's all this stuff? Theme signs? Oh, that's actually quite nice. Absolutely massive load. Oh, dear. That's quite nice. I like I need this down here somewhere. Well, you know, we could actually try and add some, like, signs around here. Like an actual, like, signpost area. Custom text. What are you called again? Gulpy. Of course, it's the other way round. Oh, no, it's both. Okay, good. I can change that. Okay, I probably want you to be black. Because white would have been decent there. Okay. Can I not make that a bit bigger? No. If I have everything in all caps... Oh dear. Good enough. Great. So you come round here, and in case you're blind, you can then see there's a Gulpy sign there, a Gulpy flag, and a Gulpy thing there. What's this? Is that for a tip? No, we pay our workers a good amount here. A solid $1 an hour. We are very, very generous, actually. That'd be quite a nice spot for an advertisement. Or advertisements. No. If it matches the theme, I'll do it, but I don't think anything here actually does match the theme. I like that. Actually, quite a lot. Where would you even go? That's the thing, isn't it? Like, if there's nowhere for it to go, why add it? I do quite like that. I know what to do here, though. There we go. Can I do this? Because a lot of games don't let you press this button. Oh, you actually can? You taking the piss. Okay, that could still look nice. If I was to do this. Okay. A destination. There, you are my destination. That's fine. Although, no, you look good like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. You look fun like that as well. Yeah. Oh, this is the text. Oh, okay. So this is the text color. So I want you to be... I'm actually fine, honestly. That's fine. I'm not sure about that. We'll see, we'll see. 'Cause it looked fine the way it was before. Of course, the text, it doesn't look fine like that.
Heyo. Wah.
Ride signs, don't really want that.
Hey.
I've already explored the decorations.
Heyo.
That's a bit too much there, I think. So what do I want to add here? The short answer is something nice. The long answer is something nice. Let me get the angle right for this. There we go. Half an hour later. Because of the way it's actually angled, at the roof at least. This might not actually work. What have I just done there?
Wah. Hey. Heyo.
Okay, that's what it would look like, which I don't really want. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. That's okay. I think instead then what we'll do is we'll go with this. That's a bit nicer, I think. Can't just go with nothing. There has to be something there. That could look quite nice. I don't want to go with another one of these. No. No. How would that look? Probably not very good, no. I still love this, it's just we haven't got the right building for it, though. It's a bit too much. Because the thing is, we want something fairly decently sized here. But then not something like that. Just out of curiosity. Nah. No. I mean, that's not bad, it's just, it doesn't fit, I don't think. Doesn't match the theme. I feel like this could be quite nice if we try and paint it. Like these two. Just has to undergo a lot of painting. There we go. Because it needs to look more depressing. This is Europe. I like that. I like that quite a lot. The one thing that I think will make it look even better, and of course, you know where we're going for this one. This will be the final thing that I do for today, I think. Well, no, second final thing. Okay, whoops. I don't know what I just did there. No, what have I... So you're gonna go back like that, then like this. And down a little bit, like so. The next thing I then want to try and do is add in something a bit like that. It's a bit too big. No. That's the right size. Doesn't really match the theme, though. That does match the theme, but it's... There we go. Don't know why it's at such a weird angle there, but we'll fix that. It's good. Just a little bit further back over here. Oh. I think that's fine now. Then a bit of this. Okay, and the final thing here. I promise this is the final thing. I promise. There's a bit of ivy. I think this could generally look quite nicer. Can I change the colour of these leaves? I can. Okay, that's actually huge. I never knew that before. Oh dear. Okay. Angle snap. Up by that. Then round like this. Lower you down by a lot. Don't love that, if I'm honest. It's just like a regular thing here. Good? No, it's still the wrong angle. There we go. Good. Okay. That's not bad. Make sure you don't poke out the side there. You do not want that. Same thing there. Okay. So I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. We've decorated a part of this building. From the front, it doesn't look too bad. From the back, aye. What do I do here? We'll figure something out. But essentially, this is like the theme of how this beginning area is going to look. I think the restaurants in there look quite nice. You have to just like imagine all of this, right, is not temporary. This is just here to get guests in the park. This is here that's going to stay, hopefully. The soil here, I'll probably end up changing. I don't know what to, though, because we haven't really got sand, have we? Rock's the closest thing we've got to sand. I think generally looks quite nicer. Throw that around there. But yeah, we'll see how things are going to go. Regardless, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. I haven't really done a tag team stream like this before, so I do appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank you for the 4 likes as well on the stream. That is greatly appreciated. And, yeah, we'll be back with Satisfactory one day. I'm not sure when. When I'm in the spirit, which is not right now. Welcome, kidder. Oh, I say welcome. You've been here for a while. Thank you for the stream. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you tuning in today. And yeah, everyone, thank you for tuning in, for watching the stream. Have an amazing rest of your day. And remember, Godspeed.